Welcome back to another one, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been in this space for 11 years, and I'm promising you that if you just tune into this show 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, you will get all the alpha that you need. That is my promise. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and like the video if you find value in this video. Today, we're going to be talking about hidden gems, altcoins that range all the way from micro cap to mid cap. And I'm going to go into them. Probably most of them you have never heard of. Some of them are very, very new. Some of them you probably heard of before, but I'm going to go into the case of why I'm bullish on them, the things that you need to be aware of. And this is a real opportunity to find some hidden gems that very well could do 100x in the coming bull run. Hell, some of them have already done 100x in this bear market. So if that sounds good to you guys, make sure you like the video and let's dive into it. So for the first project we're going to talk about today is Photo Finish Live. Now, this is brand new, just rolling out. Most of you guys have probably never heard of this before. It is something similar to D-Race and PegAxi. I talked about PegAxi before. There were some very big problems with the economics in those before, and they had two tokens. One was they were both inflationary, or one was very inflationary. It was used and traded on the secondary market, which created a lot of sell pressure. People figured out how to game the system and just destroyed the economy. So first of all, what is Photo Finish Live? Photo Finish Live, as you can see, is an ultra highly realistic horse racing game where you can actually buy and breed horses. You can train them, you can breed them, you can create different offspring that you can sell them on the market. And some of these people have been making huge money racing these horses already. Additionally, something very, very interesting is you can actually speculate or bet as a public spectator on these races, and this contributes to the revenue generation. This feature wasn't possible before. I know in PegAxi, I don't think it was possible in D-Race before, but there's some other huge things to note here. So first of all, let's look at the market cap. Where is it right now? It's trading at 29 cents, has a market cap of 9.73 million, and fully diluted market cap of 74 million. So this thing just came out of the market. Yeah, it does have a relatively low circulating supply, and I'll get into what that means in a bit. I don't have the emission schedules pulled up, so that's definitely something that you want to look into. Now, make sure that you always do your own research, right? I'm just bringing these videos to you as we are uncovering gems in real time. Like these things we learned about, not all of them, but one like Crown a day ago, right? So I bring this to you the very next day after I do some research. And I can't say that I have 100% conviction in these things or anything I talk about. Make sure, and I highly encourage you guys to do your own research, but I'm bringing you the high level research that we've done so far to give you something to work from, and then just decide on your own time if this is worth you digging into deeper or not. But you can see a nice little pullback here. Maybe it's a good opportunity for an entry. Full disclosure, I did enter into this yesterday at even more expensive than it is right now. I got 31 cents buy-in, and it's at now 29, almost 30 cents. But you'll see why I'm quite bullish on this. So the most exciting 2 minutes in virtual sports. The third virtual Kentucky Derby is tonight. This was from 2 days ago. Stream starts at 6 p.m. on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, etc. We're expecting record amounts of action. So how about we give you some alpha on a few of the top horses? Now you can see this horse, Swift Sapphire, owned by Big Brain Stables. Big Brains is one of the investors in the project. So far, they've generated $16,000 since they've had this. And then this poster goes to talk about she's only 5 years old. Hard to even fathom what type of profit her 15 plus fowls or babies and their fowls, etc., will eventually bring to Big Brain. So this is talking about breeding, and there's a whole economic model behind the breeding in this. And you can see some other horses here. Rock of Cashel, owned by this guy. And so far they've generated, what is it? $20,000 from racing, and Soulmate Stables, $17,000 from racing. So another huge piece of news is, well, I'll get into it in a second, but yeah, just ultra high graphics, and gives you a real opportunity to kind of mimic the Kentucky Derby. Real big news, just a second. So this guy, TJ.Soul, I should give him a follow, actually. Let's see if I can give him a follow, yeah. So as a day one holder, I've had the privilege to watch a team work over the past 20 months. Forma, Zynga, EA, and FanDuel senior leadership, their experience and track record is second to none. So extremely strong team, really good signs here. You can see Just very, very strong. I won't go into the whole thing, but you can go and check it out. And let's look at the investors. So you can see the investors in this, also something very, very different than something like Pegaxy. You can see that Coinbase is invested into Photo Finish Live, as well as Six Man Ventures, Maven Capital, Big Brain Holdings, a lot of Solana ecosystem. But Coinbase is notable here. Very, very interesting. Now, here's a big piece of news, and there's a video talking about the partnership, but Photo Finish Live are partnered with Kentucky Derby, which is owned by Churchill Downs, a $10 billion publicly traded company in the S&P 500. And they also got investment from the likes of Coinbase, Maven, etc. So they have an official partnership. And when I watched the video talking about the partnership, essentially it says that, you know, when the Kentucky Derby plays, they play this animated video showing like up to the race day and kind of mimicking or simulating what could happen. That is all done by the graphics of Photo Finish Live. So they've had this partnership in the works for over 2 years. During the Kentucky Derby, Photo Finish Live has a booth inside the track where people can come in, play the game, learn about it, and this is a good way for them to attract new customers to the platform. You know, DJs like to gamble on horse racing, and if you can increase the frequency in which these horses race by doing virtual races and creating a whole economy around it, that is pretty interesting, right? So again, the token here is Crown, and it's a utility token used within the ecosystem to claim a percentage of ownership on the racetracks being offered. You can race horses for prizes, stake Crown, and tracks to earn Derby, which is then converted into USDC, buy and breed, sell, or simply bet on horses. So there's a two-token ecosystem, Crown and Derby. Now, Derby is an inflationary token that is backed by stablecoin. So it's actually a stable token. 80 Derby equals $1. So people can use Derby and they can win Derby, and you can bet with Derby. It is used all over in the ecosystem. People are winning, they're breeding, but this is all done in a fiat currency or stablecoin currency backed stablecoin called Derby. Derby is not traded on the secondary market, so it can't be sold and dumped and gamed like other two-token gaming ecosystems have been in the past. So let's see. So why we have conviction here. So we're looking at some of the people who called Rollbit early Rollbit vibes on Crown, not going to fade you guys on this one, Camino. And so what he gets into is this tweet here from Camino Crypto. We shilled Rollbit at the Pico bottom, and we said that there will be tons of forks. We shill Crown from the lows, and I also expect to see many forks or tons of shillers from competitors. But I can tell you that after just going through competitors, none is close for competing, because you can't compete with the team, the relationship with the Kentucky Derby, the official partnership, and just the fact that they've been thinking about this for over 2 years. And in the interview with the founder, he talks about mimicking exactly the racetrack, exactly trying to make it as close to real life as possible. That takes so much time, money, energy, and building. And the economics are the most important thing to figure out. Now, they've shared their economics, so yes, people can copy paste, but when they have this big first mover advantage and the partnerships and the backing, that's a really good head start. So it's a good kind of protective moat from everything. Now, next token is Unibot. Now, you've heard this before, but why I want to talk about Unibot is it's got a nice little pullback here. I think just a week ago or something, we were at $211. We got a nice pullback to the 150 range. And you know, I've been dollar cost averaging in Unibot. Why? Because it essentially is the picks and shovels of the on-chain ecosystem. So on-chain narrative has been picking up. We talked about it on the show last week. And that is essentially just the narrative that we believe that a lot of activity will switch from sexes, which have problems. There's no transparency, the fees. Yes, they're convenient, but as on-chain decentralized systems start to develop, we're in Web3, we're in blockchain, we believe that the DeFi ecosystem, the decentralized on-chain ecosystem will pick up, and Unibot is the market leader right now in building on-chain tools to give you the best chances to win in an on-chain decentralized environment. So Unibot, and with their Unibot X, the trading platform that they built with the order book, very, very impressive. They just built a bridge for base to ETH. There's 100 ETH in the bridge already. And what this goes to show me is that the developers, they just keep building. They keep building, and are really, really impressive development team. When you build good products, the product sells itself, right? You don't need a ton of marketing. So, and there's 40% revenue share with Unibot. So all the trading fees, 40% go back to people staking the Unibot token. And Unibot is on the new on-chain activity trend health indicator, which is what we just talked about. Expecting on-chain activity to pick up, but don't know what bag to be buying, may as well grab some Unibot, because Unibot is essentially an index almost, or a kind of a mutual fund, if you will, of a way to get into the on-chain ecosystem, because like I said, it is the picks and shovels of what's going on in this on-chain narrative. I'll repeat. So Andy S. Gahn says, Unibot is growing into on-chain revenue sharing Robinhood. In context, where on-chain dominance will only keep growing versus sexes because the 100x are on-chain and people are waking up to it. A direct play on on-chain greed, hope, and mania, a bet on how crazy hot the bull run fever will be, or will burn, how hungry the degen market participants will be on several chains that do everything easily from the shitter crypto app. And as Unibot holders, you get your cut in the badness. Don't underestimate the badness. At this point, if you still don't have a significant amount of Unibot after it retraced 50% and proved its obvious product market fit and potential, you simply do not want money. It's not on-chain summer, it's on-chain cycle, and it's only beginning. And Unibot, it's the whole picks and shovels factory. So really great narrative. And the next one we're going to go into is Rollbit. Now, Rollbit is something that is no longer a micro cap. It is a mid cap. In fact, it's making its way up into the majors or the blue chips, but I will make a case of why this is very interesting. So Rollbit, if you don't know, is an online casino, and it's very, very popular. Now, there's one caveat I must make here, is that there's not a whole lot of transparency here into what's going on. However, there is a lot of things happening on chain that could back up exactly what's going on in the ecosystem. So one thing I want to draw your attention to is these 24-hour revenues. Now you can see these little burn indicators are how much tokens, RLB, are being burnt from this revenue. So you can see $704,000 in casino revenue, 10% as that burned. Every hour they're burning. You can see the past 24 hours, $150,000 of Rollbit have been burnt. And that's used to buy back and burn, right? So that's buy pressure. So you have $150,000 in the past 24 hours of buy pressure just from the revenue that's happening in the casino. 30% of futures revenue is being burnt, and from the sports book, you got 20% of $216,000 being burnt. You can see that there was initially 5 billion tokens. 36% have been burnt forever already, leaving the total amount now at 3.2 billion tokens approximately. And you can see that almost 1 million tokens have been burnt in the past 24 hours. You extrapolate that over 100 days and you have 1 billion tokens, right? So that's like crazy amounts of burn. Now imagine when this gets into a bull run, it's crazy, crazy, crazy revenue. So one thing that I want to point out is, where is it? Okay, so here. So in this crappy market, casino coins not only earn stables, they burn coin supply every hour. Yearly projected revenue is $500 million. Still trading around price to earning ratio of 1.1, with growth vectors such as degen exchange, 1000x futures, and more coming, worth less than your dead alt L1 and L2. So basically, let me show you or tell you kind of what some other, sorry, you didn't get to see that. Let me show you what some other price to earnings ratios are. So now I listened to the All In podcast, and, these guys in the All In were saying things about, in a bull market, things are trading at 20, 30, 40, companies are selling at 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x their price to earn ratio. But right now, just to give you some context. So NVIDIA is trading at 111 price to earning ratio. That's 100x from what Rollbit is doing. Google, 27.5 price to earning ratio. Amazon, 104 or 105. Coinbit is something I think around, or Coinbase is around 15 price to earning ratio. So it's rational to say that something like Rollbit is trading 15x under its price to earning ratio. This is how traditional equity values companies. And with $500 million of projected revenue, This is at the revenue they've been doing. Imagine as this explodes into a bull market, when everything goes to mania, their projected revenue should be in the billions of dollars annually. And that should make it a, let's say it's a billion, even if it's a billion and you do a 15x price earning ratio, that's a $15 billion market cap. And it's currently trading at a $600 million market cap. So you do the math. I'm not going to draw conclusions here. That's up to you guys to do it, but it is on fire. Okay. Now, last but not least, we got Newsly. So what is Newsly? Newsly is a way that you can use, it's a trading bot that works in Telegram. This is another narrative in alpha right now, is Telegram bots and bots in general. So what it is, it's a way for you to be able to get a news feed in Telegram. So you can just have your Telegram feed open the whole time. And the second that a piece of interesting news comes out, you can see in this example, a piece of news drops. It says on other news, it's Aave News, seems the curve exploiters have been returning funds as well. This is bullish narrative. So a lot of times when news comes out, let's say it's like, whatever, something, Binance is sued by the DOJ or whatever, you will start to see that there is, in about 1 minute after news drops, you start to see the price pump or dump on something. So if you can get the news instantly in your Telegram app and you see it and it's bullish news or bearish news, you connect this Newsly bot to your Bybit account, or there's speculation of a Binance integration coming very soon. You can see that here. When Binance, you can see if they're integrating, the, you can see that this is how it works, right? So long axis, short axis, and here you can see, you can pick all your close, when to close, open, everything that you need to long or short, all built into this app. And so when there's exciting news and you want to go, shit, that's going to pump. Let's say like the biggest one of all would be, oh, you guys didn't get to see that, right? The biggest one of all would be, like, let's say the ETF futures comes out, right? And BlackRock's gets approved. Let's say that you get that news instantly and then you want to long Bitcoin. You just go back you'll just see that you'll have the thing open on your Newsly and boom, one click. You just go here, boom, long Bitcoin, click it. And that market order is placed immediately, instantly. So within seconds, you can have that long put in and you can have it programmed to exit that position really quickly. Right now, you have to stake some news tokens in order to use it. And so right now it says like one Bloomberg terminal, $25,000. The current price, I think it's 10,000 tokens to use this. Right now at the current price, that'd be around $460. But I don't have the tweet pulled up, but they are implementing a revenue sharing model. There will probably be a SaaS because this quickly prices people out. So they got to figure out a better way to use it, a SaaS model where they can do revenue share. And that is coming very, very soon. This thing has only been out in the market for a few days. You can see there's 1.2 thousand holders. Guys, it's sitting at a $4.6 million market cap, ultra low market cap, very bullish narrative. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Again, do your own research. Guys, I hope you found those altcoins incredibly valuable. I know that I sure did. I think this is a really, really useful video. Make sure that you do your own research. Enter your positions if you want to, and then share with all your friends. I hope that you got it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.